All right, this comes straight from Monty Woodard, marketing genius. I'll leave his Instagram down below. Dear entrepreneurs, dear content creators, follow the plan, not your mood. Let's talk about that for a second because I can tell you from recent experience, my mood about creating content has been a little bit thrown off. I have been distracted. The distraction, I would say, is positive, you know? But I have been distracted, and that distraction, how many times can I say that word in 30 seconds, has taught me a lesson. It has reinforced a lesson that I would like to share here with you. You cannot rely on your feelings in a moment in order to perform and do what you know you should do. Meaning, when you say, I don't feel like it, when you play into that simple emotion, you lose. And in this instance, your content loses or your business loses. The growth and development of those things suffers. And I have gone through, within the past 7 to 8 days, just kind of being in that space of I don't feel like it because I've been distracted. I've been wanting to focus on something else. Planning my trip to Miami. Even when I think about it, it brings me like this type of joy before like this trip came on my platter, on my plate. Like I could think of YouTube and my content and like give out the same type of happiness and vibe, but I have just been completely focused on that. Like just trying to be a really good planner and everything involved with it. So with that being said, like I've dealt recently with these emotions of like this content, like it's taking away time and attention from what I could be planning for my upcoming trip. And I just want to watch packing videos and travel videos to Miami and add things to my itinerary. Like I have not wanted to focus on this space, but that I found, because I went like 5 days without focusing on content, that was a poor decision on my end. I had fell victim to the feeling of I don't feel like it. And the plan is to be very focused on my content right now, truly prioritize it and build my audience because that ladders up to things that I have going on in the future. That's the plan. And what is the quote here that we're looking at right now? Not your mood. So by me following my mood, I actually set myself back. By me not taking, maybe even if I wasn't in the mood fully wanting to do it, at not even taking 30 minutes to just focus on developing some of my ideas or doing this and that. There's different things involved with content creation. Not even giving some time to it on a daily basis as I usually do, that has messed up the plan in a sense. Not too bad, but it has messed it up. It has derailed me in a sense. And this is a mistake that I plan to really prevent myself from making in the future. It's fine. Like we go through those moods of like, I don't want to do it, but that it just can't win. It can't win. This is where I'm in the point in my content creation journey where I'm recognizing like a different level of discipline, a different level of commitment. Because once you start to get the hang of this content thing, in a sense of like you have your process, you are way more aware of how to get from an idea to the video being uploaded and out on the platform. When you start to get through that, it's like, okay, you kind of, it's not like you want to take your foot off the gas. And I'm speaking about myself, but it's not like you want to take your foot off the gas or anything, but it's just like, there's more room for laziness to come in the picture, more lackadaisical, more like, oh, I know what I'm doing, so I don't have to like be hyper focus on this like that anymore. Like you get in a little bit of a space of like, okay, I can get the video up. Like I don't need to focus on it like that. But it's not even about focusing on the individual video. One cannot fall out of the habit of doing some form of content creation daily if they're in a similar space and have a similar goal, such as as the one that I have. I want to truly build an audience, an organic audience, as swiftly as possible. You know, I am trying to get out as much content as I can given the different parameters of my life. When I didn't focus on content at all for 5 days, I got out of that habit, and now I have to work, let's throw out a number, 10 times harder or 5 times harder to just get myself back into the grind of it and get back on the ball with it. When it's like I could have took 30 minutes, even if it wasn't 30 minutes, 15 minutes, look over my content planning dashboard, look over something, like do something, because that's the plan in place right now. Your mood will lie to you. Your mood, maybe saying like your mood will lie to you isn't the way to put it, but your mood will have you up. Let's just say it like that. Like it will have you effed up, and you will ultimately, like, I didn't get a video up on Friday last week. Let's just use a real life example. I didn't get a video up on Friday last week because I was so in my planning for my Miami trip bag. And when I kind of rose up from the depths of being in that bag, I was just like, I was feeling some type of way, because like in theory, like in actuality, I would have wanted to gotten my video up on Friday. And I don't want to experience the, what's the word? Like, what is the word? What's the word? Consequences. It's like, I don't want to experience the consequences of not sticking to the plan. Do you want to experience the consequences of you not sticking to your plan? Your plan that amounts to the goal that you want to achieve? Because as someone who's recently gone through it, I don't like the consequences. I don't like that bad feeling and feeling like, you know, my word to myself, getting up a video. I'm flexible with my days, but we're just using this as just making it simple. My word to myself of saying, for example, I want to get a video up on Fridays. I didn't keep that word to myself because I didn't feel like it. When you sit down and think about it, it just doesn't make sense. It's not worth it. It's not worth that bad feeling. It's not worth like feeling like, damn, now I gotta do this, do that, this and that. Like, it's just not worth it. And this message is only going to probably resonate with people who are serious about building a personal brand, using YouTube to build their personal brand, to build their business in the long run, to be wealthy in the long run, to be successful in the long run. Like, this is only going to resonate with people on that type of time and on that type of wave. When you choose this path of entrepreneurship or being a creator, working for yourself, however you want to label it, you are responsible for you. And it's easier when you have an external force, whether that be a boss, a manager, whatever it is. It's easier sometimes when you have that external force and you kind of feel like your mood, it's easier for that to go out the window. Remember, I'm trying to say, like, I was about to say, like, remember when I had to clock in? I just remember on a particular job that I had to work, and it was, I had to clock in, you know, go clock in type of thing. When you arrive, you go clock in. And every moment leading up to that, I'm not trying to go to work. I'm not trying to do this, but I'm steady getting my uniform on, steady getting ready to head out the door. It's still feeling like, I feel like I don't want to do it, but my body is making actions to go and clock in. And because at the end of the day, how I feel doesn't matter. If I don't show up on this shift, my tail can be out the door, and that means my check will be out of my bank account. And ultimately, that wasn't something that I was trying to have happen. So that same type of, maybe you never had a job where you had to clock in. Maybe you're still clocking in till this day. I don't know your situation, but I bring up that to say, like, it has to be a similar type of situation when it's you versus you, when it's only you in the room, when you can say, you can feel the feelings like, I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to record this video right now. I'm not trying to script this video. I'm not trying to think about what videos am I going to be posting for the week. I don't want to do it. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm trying to do this instead. I'm just trying to sit here and watch TV. I'm just trying to watch YouTube. I don't want to make a YouTube video right now. All that stuff, when you're sitting here going through those feelings and in that mood, the same energy has to be applied to when you had to clock in, or how I explained when I had to clock in. All that has to be applied. You have to be in the space where you can, if you want to use the word, coach yourself, train yourself, you can't lean into the feelings you can't lean into moods that allow you to derail from the overall plan that you have in place. And, I'll leave it there. My family just came back in. I think this is a good point to end this video. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.